2024 is going to be wild and I am here for it. I don't know about you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon. I am a spiritual seeker, a medium, a tarot reader, an astrologer, and I have a message like many of us are going to in 2024. And that's one of the things I saw. Welcome to my channel again. Check out all of my different content. I have a lot of readings, started doing some more channeling. A few years ago, the universe started waking me up at 2, 3 in the morning, and I started to get all of these massive downloads about my life and the people around me. But as time has gone on and I have continued to dig into the spiritual practices and I've gotten deeper and deeper and deeper, the downloads have just been wild and so intense. Back in March earlier this year, I had a very vivid dream that the universe gave me a white hat. I was so proud of this thing. I was like strutting around, but I felt that, and it's almost as if the universe has been sending me on these missions. Ever since then, I have been having lucid dreams, spontaneous astral projection. I am in the dream world and I'm functioning in a way where I can actually like make decisions. So that's completely wild, not something I'd ever experienced before. And also I'm having it happen during meditation. So this is the kind of thing that I see happening all over Earth. And I know more people are going to start to awaken in this same way. That's part of the reason why I'm here on YouTube talking to you, because I know for me it was a very isolating experience. It feels like you're kind of losing it and you're going a little bit crazy. And I didn't want others to feel like they were so alone in this journey of awakening. Okay, so today in this video, I want to talk about several things that I saw in my latest channeling, several things the universe showed me. And what I want to start with is new portals opening up on Earth. This was one of the first things I saw. We already know about these like places on Earth of spiritual power. Mount Shasta in California, for example. Sedona, Arizona. Of course, I'm in America, so I'm talking about those. But places all over the earth we know about that have been places of spiritual power, where the portals have been there. What I'm seeing is those portals literally, in some instances, closing and shifting and moving to new places on Earth. New portals opening up in places that I'm seeing I'm being shown are almost like more pure, more clean energy. It's as if those places of power that we've been gathering are just getting really almost congested. The universe is showing me as if like, it's almost like sprawl, where you have a really good concentrated energy, good high vibration, but then all of these people start coming toward that, and their energy starts to almost corrupt the pure energy at the places, at the portals, and the portals are becoming clogged up. It's like energetically full. And so part of the magnetic pole shift that we're going through is also going to help this process. But what I'm seeing is these new portals opening up, these different places of power. And in those particular places, those people are going to start to have mass awakenings. Because of the shifting power, they are going to start experiencing a lot of the things that some of the people who are spiritually awakening have already experienced, such as the dreams, such as the coincidences, such as the synchronicities, such as the time glitches. Who has seen and experienced things in the last several months that have just been super weird? I know I have, where suddenly something's missing and then I look and look and look and then I find it in a spot where I 100% know that I looked. It's that type of thing. It's experiencing deja vus. It is meeting people and having memories of other lives that you've met and been with them. So that's going to be really kind of shocking for some. Not everybody who's going to go through this has any good context for it. And so because these mass awakenings are going to happen around these new portals, there are going to be those who are going to be sent into kind of a state of fear because of it. It's too unknown, it's too foreign. So it's almost as if these new places are going to filter those people out that can't stand the vibration. They're just going to leave. They're just going to feel like, I need to move, I need to get out of here, this is too much. You can't really unsee things, so whatever is awakened in them will probably stay, but those with the reaction of fear and the ones that go toward that fear vibration will be kind of almost pushed out of these places. And we are going to see people completely transform. People just drop everything that they are and have known and go to these places and become spiritual people. They're going to be utterly transformed. And it's going to be wild for some of us to see. There's going to be, I'm shown people that we know, and it's almost as if I'm shown like there's certain spiritual teachers and spiritual gurus that have existed that have fed off of people's power that they're giving them, and those people are going to be almost somehow exposed. The old power structure, even that those people were using almost to control their followers, is going to be apparent. So you'll see some people lose all of that because it's going to be clear that their intent hasn't been good, or it's only been for themselves. We're going to see other spiritual teachers rise up, people that are very different from what we see now. I'm also seeing animals start to come online with some spiritual power, which is really cool. I saw basically like a dog barking, and when it barked, it was like this flash of light came off of them. So dogs in particular carry like this energy of unconditional love and healing. So some dogs are going to start to have healing powers come online, which is so cool. And it's like I'm being shown these different spiritual powers that are going to awaken in all of us. We're all going to upgrade a little bit, and it's going to be things that we've never even heard of. Like we know about, telepathy or clairaudience or hearing and all the clairs, right? I'm seeing that it's going to be totally different spiritual powers. And what's wild is I was just coming out of this meditation and getting ready to write this stuff down, and I got a text from one of my daughters talking about how she had a dream where she had found basically a part of her soul or her soul mate in a stuffed animal that suddenly she noticed it and saw it and knew that that fractal of the soul was in that stuffed animal. And then all of the inanimate objects in her room just came alive. And I know that sounds totally wild, that stuff like that could happen, but that's the type of stuff I'm seeing. And it's no coincidence that she texted me that dream right as I was coming out of that meditation of hearing that we were going to have these weird things happening. What I saw, it was like our higher selves are playing a game, and we've got multiple lifetimes going, and they are hiding spiritual messages and spiritual powers within our timelines that we are going to find. Almost like the opposite of a Horcrux, where the soul was like broken up and like put in these deep dark places all over Earth, where our spiritual powers were almost like hidden, and we're going to find them in weird places like stuffed animals, which again sounds totally wild, but it's like some of the 2D objects are going to become self-aware, and we will have a whole different view of what everything is. That's one of the things Saturn's doing, is breaking reality down in Pisces over the next few years. So you can imagine how if you don't have a good spiritual foundation, this type of thing happening around you is just going to seem totally wild and so out of left field. And people are going to break down a little bit on it. And that's what the other thing I saw was, because fear is such a harsh vibration. And as we're trying to open up like 4D, 5D energies, our actual fear vibration does affect those other dimensions. So although there's absolutely an aspect of the interdimensional beings kind of having to lower their vibration to come talk to us, and they having a higher consciousness, more technology, more awareness, all of that. And it seems like it puts them in a place of power because of that, powerful over us. Maybe they can see more and are aware more than us. We're so unaware that we're just like fumbling around the universe, like throwing fear vibration all over the place, to where they're almost not afraid, but they're wary of having that connection open up, because they know our fear vibration will spill into the 4D, and that's not what they want. So even though it seems like they may have a powerful position over us, we actually do have some power that they are wary of. They don't want us to almost like poison it. And so therefore, that's part of why disclosure and that type of thing that we're all kind of going through, and we're going to see things come out in secrets. The governments are going to start revealing things to us. Part of why it's being sort of slow rolled out, so to speak, ascension, is so that we don't poison the other vibrations or the other dimensions with our struggle to awaken. Somebody has to be the generation to go through the transition. It just turns out to be us. We signed up for this. I also see soul contracts being activated during the next 2 years. So people coming into your life that are meant to, and it's tied to what I was saying about our higher selves hiding like these spiritual powers into our reality, into our timelines. And so that's why we're going to see these situations come to us that are going to seem like it's totally out of the blue, coming out of nowhere. Like I was talking about, people just utterly dropping their life and completely changing everything. It's going to be like that. So I saw, let me see what else I have on here. So mass awakening at the new portals, new spiritual powers coming online. Yes, the 4D world, being somewhat wary of what we are going to do to their reality. Complete 180. Okay, so the other thing I saw was, even as these new places, these new power portals open up, we're also going to see some darker portals kind of forming. Polarity is a thing that we've been struggling with in this reality. We know this. So it seems almost as if the portals will start to concentrate some power, and there's going to be almost like a false narrative that is going to start circling around some of these portals. And that's where you'll see like the doomsday cult stuff, the apocalyptic type stuff starting to really rise to the surface in certain areas. And why that's happening in certain like places is because it's the universe trying to kind of like bring all that to the surface. So you will always have people with extreme views one way or the other, and there's going to be people who will just go into the fear vibration fully. For those that go into fear, as more information and more secrets are revealed, they will start to be pulled toward these darker kind of energy portals. But again, there's no need for us to fear, because that's not something we have to choose. So we just have to be super aware of what you are picking. When you think about following spiritual teachers, be very aware about who you're following and what are they saying to you. Is it causing you to go into some type of fear vibration? If so, you might want to stop listening to that person. Is it helping you step into your power and become a more empowered and enlightened being? Then yeah, that's probably a pathway that you can trust. So as the universe kind of tries to ascend Earth, we have to have these two different sort of options. I think this is what, for example, Dolores Cannon talked about, the two different Earths, the split, where the fear vibration and all that trauma and pain that the Earth has lived with and carried, it has to be going somewhere to be transmuted. So it's going to concentrate a little bit, and the light will concentrate too. So those who find themselves waking up those who find themselves as a light worker, or the ones who are drawn towards spiritual work, toward helping others. This is all you need to pay attention to, taking care of yourself, your human body. It's really important that you strengthen your body. There's a lot of changes coming, so it's important for us to be really strong vessels, to be able to take the new energies in. It's going to be shocking at times what we're seeing and hearing. So we want to be able to deal with it. We want to be able to handle it. So double down on your spiritual practices. Get into your meditation a little bit deeper. Talk to your spiritual guides. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for help and guidance at this time. Ask for the higher timeline. Ask for people to come into your life to help you, and the universe will respond. So no need to fear. This is our chance. This is our opportunity to step into a higher place, all of us together collectively. And we're going to do that. So thank you so much for listening. I just invite you to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and remember that you are divine source. You cannot do anything but expand and get better if that's what you're focused on. So I just send you light and love and healing and strength and power during this time. More to come. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.